Hello, this here is Joseph Mark and welcome back to Reminders. And today's topic is the ability to move forward. And we are talking about the principles of Sasser: self-acceptance, the ability to move forward; sense of humor, operating within your circle of control; and relentless ambition. Number 2, the ability to move forward. Now this one here can be a tricky one because we are humans. And living in the present is so very important to good health, a good mental health, good spiritual health, and really even good physical health, because your physical health a lot of times relies on your spiritual and mental health. And when you have bad spiritual or mental health, you can have an unhealthy body. So how can we just live in the present moment? When we live in the present moment, it gives us an opportunity to live in bliss. And bliss is a state of happiness, for being happy for no other reason than being in the present moment. And when we can live in the present moment, we can change our lives and we can have a lot more gratitude toward life. But the problem is our mind likes to wander around. And I heard a gentleman one time, he said, when you think about the past, what you are doing is you're really time traveling with your mind. And I never really thought of that before, but really it is. And what happens is it takes your focus off the present. Now, no matter how good or how bad your past was, there's a reason why it's called the past. It's the past tense and it is gone. So we want to be able to focus on the moment. And the reason why I say, well, even if the past was great, go ahead and, or what we consider great, go ahead and leave it behind and move forward, or live in the present moment. And it's not like you have a choice anyway, because regardless of how things are, you are still in the present. Wherever you are in your life right now is where you are in your life right now. Now the reason why, even if it was considered really great to you to leave it behind, is because some people, and you've probably met people, a lot of elderly people will do this, they'll always talk about their glory days, how great things were, and what they do is they got this inflated image how wonderful things were, and you are always comparing to how wonderful things were to how it is today. And you really don't want to be one of them people that sit around and just are always living in a state of melancholy, thinking about yesteryear and saying, oh, it was so wonderful, it was so great, I wished it was like that. Well, what are you doing today? When you live in that state, it robs you from the present moment. And it's really no way to live. Now, we want to be able to move forward. And one way to do that, a lot of people have a hard time with hurt feelings or dissolved relationships, whatever the case may be. There's a couple things that we can reorganize in our mind to think of this properly. And one way to do this is to be able to realize that life is impermanent. Nothing that you see is permanent. Everything is impermanent and everything changes. When we accept that fact, that everything is impermanent, and if we can embrace change and welcome it and look at it differently, that it's not a negative thing, but that it is a good thing. Because what happens is, if everything always stayed the same, what happens is things would grow stagnant and you would end up being bored or unhappy with something anyway. Life is continuing to change. Just every minute in your body, you have about 140 million cells that die and get recreated. And that's just every minute in your body. So, just think about yourself, how you've changed. And you will continue to change, you will continue to evolve. So think of it this way: if I have no choice but to change and evolve, I might as well change and evolve into something wonderful. And one guy said, well, he was a middle-aged gentleman. He said, well, I hate to go back to college. I want to get this degree, but, I'm already middle-aged. I'm just going to feel weird there, and, I'm already getting too old. And his friend says, listen, you are going to be 40, 50, 60 anyway. Do you want to be those ages with a degree or without a degree? Either way it goes, you're still going to reach those ages. So think of life this way. I am going to continue to go forward in time, regardless. And when I say time, I give it as a point of reference. There really is no time. There just is. We just make up a concept of time to explain our experiences in life. But let's just talk about time for a moment. Okay, so regardless, you're going to continue to move forward in this thing we call time. How do you want to move forward in it? You will either move forward in it wonderfully and gracefully, ever learning, ever improving yourself, or you will just be like you are. I'm getting too old, I'm getting too old, whatever the case may be. Decide today, regardless, I'm going to continue going forward. Let's do it the right way. And let's organize it in our mind and prepare ourselves to do it in the right way. Now, also, if your past was really bad, or what we consider bad, I really don't consider it good or bad. And like I said before, it helps you to think of things as desirable or undesirable. Things are not good or bad, they just exist. That is just the way they are. But say things were really negative for you, undesirable things in your life. Why would you want to continue to live in that? Let's move forward for today and tomorrow. Now, also, when you think about it this way, life is full of desirable and undesirable things. What we want to do is focus on the desirable effects in life. Okay, now it's good to look back and say, oh, that was nice. But don't live there. Say, okay, that was nice, now let's move forward. If something was negative, say, well, that's part of humanity. That is part of the experiences of life. I can learn from it how I don't want things to be and move forward from it. A lot of times memories are like channels. Whenever you got things coming in that you do not want in there, you want to live in the present, switch the channel. And I have to do that also. And I have to say, well, I don't want to start thinking about that. It's not going to be helpful. It's not productive. Let's think about this. And what I start doing is thinking of plans that I want, my desires. Because really your desires is your body's way of trying to unleash yourself and to give you freedom. So desires are good. But let's leave the things in the past where they belong. Past tense, that's why they're called the past. They're past tense, they are done. And let's live for today. And I also think of it this way, whatever nutrition I ate yesterday, whatever things that I had going on yesterday was great, but today I need brand new nutrition. Today you need reminded again. And today we have to remind ourselves again, life is great. It's going to stay that way. And it sounds like, okay, we're being repetition here. I already know that. No, you're not being repetitious because today is a different day. It's not being repetitious because today is brand new experiences. And new experiences lead to more experiences. Okay? And I hope this helped you some. Live in the moment. Enjoy and be grateful for everything around you. Become aware of everything. Know that you are breathing. And respect that and appreciate that. Love your life. Reorganize things in your mind and accept change. Accept that things are impermanent. Embrace those things. Embrace your humanity. Never get upset for yourself for wandering. Retrain your mind to live in the present moment. And you can do it because I have had to do it. And it gets easier and easier. When you see your mind drifting, retrain yourself to live in the present moment. And what I do a lot of times is I will just touch something and say that is something tangible. That's real in this moment. It reminds me that I'm in this moment. Enjoy your life. Your life is great. It's going to stay that way. Not only that, it is going to get better because every day you're increasing in wisdom, knowledge, understanding, self-awareness, and self-confidence. Have a wonderful day and stay beautiful till next time. Thank you.